The label of herbarium sheet does not carry information on height of the plant. Animal growth. Growth by cell division, which occurs only up to a certain age. However, cell division occurs in certain tissues to replace lost cells. Influenza virus has RNA. Black rust is caused by Puccinia. The formation of embryo without fusion of gametes is termed as apogamy. Archegoniophore is present in Markantia. Which is the tallest tree species? Answer is sequoia. The sequence of development during the formation of female gametophyte is archisporium, megaspore mother cell, megaspore embryo sac. In a fertilized embryo sac, the haploid, diploid, and triploid structures are synergic and primary endosperm nucleus. Arrangement of leaves on a stem branch is phyllotaxy. Three types of flowers occur in the inflorescence of hypanthodium. In dicot leaves, stomata are present in ventral surface of the leaf. Which is the most common mechanism of genetic variation in the population of a sexually reproducing organism? Answer is recombination. Polyploidy results in rapid formation of new species because development of multiple sets of chromosomes. The role of regulatory proteins in transcription in prokaryotes is they can act as both as activators and as repressors. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, and lysosomes and vacuoles are included in endomembrane system. Soma clonal variation is seen in tissue culture grown plants. The conventional method of breeding for disease resistance is hybridization and selection. Level of biological organization is present in what sequence? Answer is organism, populations, communities, and biomes. Carnivores are usually secondary or tertiary consumers. Wastewater treatment generates a large quantity of sludge, which can be treated by anaerobic digesters. The taxon facing a very high risk of extinction in the wild and can become extinct any moment in the immediate future are called critically endangered. Due to increasing airborne allergens and pollutants, people in urban areas are suffering from respiratory disorders causing wheezing due to inflammation of bronchi and bronchioles. The instrument used for measuring the rate of transpiration is potometer. 8 types of aquaporins are recorded. Excess of manganese may induce deficiency of Fe, calcium, and magnesium. Essential elements that are components of energy related chemical compounds in plants are phosphorus. Experiment of which scientists observed that a candle burning in a closed space, a bell jar, soon gets extinguished. Similarly, a mouse would soon suffocate in a closed space, but when he placed a mint plant in the same bell jar, found that the mouse stayed alive and the candle continued to burn. Answer is Priestley. Cronge type anatomy is found in C4 plants. What is the last substrate to be used in respiration? Organic acid. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is oxidized to 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid along with release of H plus and E minus for forming NADH. A hypothetical chemical involved in the flowering of plants or a chemical agent which has an important role in flowering is florigen. Perception of events happening in the environment and their memory is a characteristic, exclusive characteristic of living things. Plant viruses have mostly RNA. Bryophytes resemble algae on the following basis. Thallus like a plant body, lack of vascular tissue, absence of root, and autotrophic mode of nutrition. The haploid cell which divides by mitosis to form embryosac is megaspore. Adventitious roots found in monstera, banyan, and grass. The inheritance pattern of a gene over generations among humans is studied by the pedigree analysis. Character studied in the pedigree analysis is equivalent to Mendelian trait. In DNA, base pairing occurs as adenine with thymine and cytosine with guanine. Golden rice is a genetically modified crop plant where the incorporated gene is meant for biosynthesis of vitamin A. Aerobic respiration is common in higher organisms. TMV is a rod-shaped virus. Green muffler is used against which type of pollution? Noise. Transpiration is measured by potometer. The element which is required in largest quantities by plant is nitrogen. Skyphoe is a member of phylum Porifera. Which of the following is a freshwater sponge? Spongilla. Integumentary nephridae is present in 3 to last segment of earthworm. The most active phagocytic white blood cells are neutrophils and monocytes. Number of teeth which are monophyodont in man is 12. CCK hormone stimulates gastrointestinal motility and pancreatic endocrine function. This statement is wrong. The CCK hormone stimulates release of bile from the gallbladder. Is the correct answer. Gastric juice of infants contains pepsinogen, lipase, and renin. The respiratory center in the brain is stimulated by carbon dioxide concentration in arterial blood. The amount of oxygen in tidal volume is approximately 100 ml. Inspiration is an active process, whereas expiration is passive. It's a true statement regarding breathing, normal breathing. The spermatogonia undergo division to produce sperms by the process of spermatogenesis. Secondary spermatocytes have 23 chromosomes and undergo second meiotic division. The amnion of mammalian embryo is derived from ectoderm and mesoderm. Ovulation in the females normally takes place during the menstrual cycle in the middle. IUD, intrauterine device, suppresses sperm motility, prevent implantation and conception, and spermicidal and suppress the growth of endometrium. Grows slower in new habitat is stabilization and directional change. What is the most important for the origin of life? Water. The filtration fraction is the ratio of GFR to RPF, where both the values are in ml per minute, minute, and FF is expressed in percentage. Calculate the FF for a normal adult human being if RPF is equal to 600 ml per minute. The answer is 20.83%. The presence of arginase confirms that arginine is being converted into ornithine. Uricotelic birds, ammonotelic tadpole, ureotelic elephant. But ureotelic insects is wrong pair. The acromion process is a part of pectoral girdle. Movement in many organisms shown by flagella, cilia, and tentacles. All of known law is associated with both muscle fiber and neuron. The rate at which a nerve impulse travels along a nerve fibers is dependent upon diameter of the nerve fiber. Vagus is a cranial nerve. Its number is 10th. Estrogen is secreted by Graafian follicles. Glucocorticoids regulate the metabolism of carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. In mammals, which blood vessel would normally carry largest amount of urea? Hepatic vein. Basophil cells are the storage and release site for histamine. Hepatic portal system starts from digestive system to liver. The plasmid has been used as a vector because it is circular DNA which have capacity to join the eukaryotic DNA. ETBR is a mutagen as it causes mutations. The source of DNA polymerase used in PCR is bacteria. A genetically engineered bacteria used for clearing oil spills is Pseudomonas utida. Specialized connective tissue serves as a support framework for body. The cells which secrete dentin of the teeth or odontoblasts. Expression is an active process whereas expression is passive. Corpus luteum. It is generated after surge of LH. In a pregnant woman, it is maintained by LH during early pregnancy. Its degeneration is responsible for menstrual bleeding. It releases pregnancy maintaining hormone. In vivo fertilization is a fusion of gametes within the female. IUT is sixth blastomere stage into uterus. ICSI is oligospermia. MTP 12 weeks of pregnancy. Miller and Urey created an atmosphere containing H2, CH4 and H3 and water vapor. Kidneys of man are present on either side of vertebral column at the level of 12th thoracic to 3rd lumbar. Red muscles have abundant in myoglobin and cytochrome. Yellow color is not a basic color in trichromatic vision. Estrogen and parathyroid hormone can play a significant role in osteoporosis. Presence of which of the following conditions in urine is indicative of diabetes mellitus? Ketonuria and glycosuria. Which among the following is correct during each cardiac cycle? The volume of blood pumped out by the RT and LT ventricle is the same. Rising of duff is due to production of carbon dioxide. Silencing of a gene could be achieved through the use of both RNAi and antisense RNA.